After losing it all in McGregor, Iowa, I decided to move all the way to Teton, Iowa to find out if I can revive our old family farm. Can we make money? Will we lose again? Find out in today's video. Well, good morning everybody. We have a lot to do today, a lot of knockout. So first thing on the list of things to do today is we gotta get this old truck fired up. Apparently there's a wrecker over there at the old sprayer and we need to get that thing figured out. So I was talking with the dealership last night. They said that they're gonna take the sprayer back, and so when we get the sprayer put back up right, they're going to trade it in, but they said that they can only trade it in for a Case IH sprayer. On top of that, we got beans that need to be sold. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, please hit the like button, subscribe, do what you do best for me and the entire team here. Thank you so very much. And looks like they're already here getting everything hooked up, so let me get out here and help them out. Let's get up in here. Yep, that boom is completely destroyed.
Oh, that's a shame.
The dealer will be out here in a little bit to hopefully look at that over. We're just not gonna make anything off of it, and we're so far into the weeds being grown that it's just not worth even trying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it the way it is, and I'm just gonna head over to the dealership real fast, talk to them, see what we can do about possibly buying or selling something. See what we can do about at least getting our insurance off of it, because there was an insurance policy on it. So our insurance company will be paying for us to have a new sprayer, because we can't just go an entire season without any sprayer, especially when we just sold our other one. But there's a good chance we're going to pay $50,000 for a new one. What's worse, that vehicle was not paid off yet, so that means on top of that I gotta go explain that to the loan people. And I do want to give DR Modding another huge shout out for this map. Thank you so very much for letting me have access and my team have access to this map. It has been phenomenal. And Antler 22, thank you so very much for making all the custom textures. So this right here is a Case IH 550. Beautiful looking machine. Get on up inside. Looks similar-ish to what we were running with the green tractor. It's just the key differences, of course, are the fact that it does not have any John Deere Green Star, and that we can't actually put a spreader box on the back of this as well. These tracks do not go out that far, but this one's supposed to quote-unquote have a better wheelbasis to stay stabler, faster, and quicker. This is going to run me $250,000, so we got to spend an extra $50,000 out of our account to pay for this in full. But I think once we pay for it in full, she'll pay for herself in no time, hopefully. But I'm gonna go in there and not spend the money. The insurance check is already cleared, so we'll go ahead and get that done and dusted. Alrighty, so I just spent $300,000, and that leaves me with $160,000 left in the account. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the sprayer back, and I'm gonna have one of my buddies bring back my truck for me, because we actually got some stuff to go do. And speaking about that, we gotta stop over here, and actually before we leave, they said pull around back to get a thing of chemicals, because that truck was full of chemicals. Thing is full of chemicals now, because we still gotta get there and get the spraying as fast as possible. Tighten that up there. Alright, we're good to go. They filled her up for me with herbicide, so we'll take this on herbicide tank down to our field and get it started. Come on, gotta do this. There's something funny about just being able to drive over your field and just swoop it all in one pass. Alrighty, so now we are done with spraying for the year in our brand new Case IH. We got this going down to where we know where it come from, and we're done with it for the year. So now it's game time to finish up everything else as fast as we possibly can, so that we can make sure that everything comes out to 100% like it should.
What time is it? Game time!
And ladies and gentlemen, we got some other good information going on in this shed, because what we gotta do, we gotta back this on up in here, and she's done for the year. We will not see this again till next year, but while we close the door on this for the year, it's time to get this all fired up. Like, y'all haven't really seen this running much. We've been working a lot on it. I hired some people to come in and help me do some work on her. She has an extra long pipe now. She's everything that I would need in a good old harvester like this, and I'm willing to hook her up to the headers now and see how she performs. Now the kicker's gonna be if this new feeder house we had to put in here is gonna be working. We had to put a brand new feeder house, brand new that. Of course, the wheels are looking phenomenal on it. She's looking great all the way around. Like, I'm excited about her. So we got to pull this out, have her looked over, a couple here and there. But I'll tell you, we also got to look over. Lord gorgeous. It's that time of the year again. Oh, now this is what I'm ready for. 2 harvesters this year, bigger header on one. done. This is the perfect setup going in this year. And honestly and truly, I mean, we got a whole lot to do with the beans, most definitely. We got back this sewn up right here. We're gonna pull this up underneath here. I'm gonna use this right here to help unload quicker. And while that's loading right there, I'm gonna go over here and get our other tractors hooked up to the wagons and get that pulled out and ready to roll. We're gonna fill these two up right here. Well, shoot, you know what? I'm gonna just pull this whole wagon up underneath it, because I thought it'd be faster to do that and have some left in there, but I didn't realize my wagon's towed more than that. There we go. Now we'll fill this up the best of the way. We're gonna take it on down the road. I mean, we got two full wagons here heading on down to the van site to sell. Oh, look at that. This tractor is struggling, but I am definitely getting low on diesel, and I don't know where I'm gonna get that diesel from. And this is where we will be selling. We made $46,000 off of that one. Now we gotta head all the way back over there. There's gonna be a lot of this back and forth, and I just gotta get it done. Hopefully we can get everything knocked out in time, because I'm hoping within the next few days to actually go ahead and start and harvest.
One eternity later.
Alright, so we're finally back here for a little bit, so we gotta load up the rest of these. Hopefully it's not gonna take us that long. And we're unloading the last little bit of beans, and we will have nothing left in the bins after these pretty much are sold. We're going up bit by bit. I think we'll be about 30,000 is where I'm guessing we'll be at, which is a good solid number where I want to be. $25,000, and that is everything we've ended up getting. We have $233,000 going into harvest this year, which, yes, it's not everything we've spent money on this year, but we did make a considerable amount of money even after we had that bad accident. I really do think we have a good chance of coming out of debt and looking very good next year.
This is going to be a very good year.
Good, good. Just that right there. Put that down right there, and we are done with this. Everything that's left is monogamy work. There's little to anything left to go. We've got to get stuff ready to rock and roll for harvest season, meaning everything's got to be ready to rock and roll. We got to get this up here good to go, which I think she's already kind of hooked up to what she needs to be hooked up to. So we need to go ahead and put the monitors in. That needs to be in this tractor. We actually need to make sure that both these harvesters are looking good. I think I want to do my beans first, then switch to my corn, but there's a good chance it turns out to be whatever it is. I'm not 100% sure what I decide to do yet. So I do know we planted a lot of corn this year, but we do have beans. That's a little bit lower population of beans, so we might try to take out the beans first, but I'm expecting the corn to be a little bit higher moisture this year, so I might dry it this year. I'm not 100% sure what the game plan is. I'm just not there yet with it. I mean, right now, just a lot of work that's getting monitors put in, so let me get all those things put in. And looking at harvest season starting maybe a little bit later, you can definitely see where all these corn stalks are starting to die off. Hoping a day or so we can get this thing harvested. Oh, it's a busy morning. All the machines are warming up and getting ready to roll. We got everything switched over for bean headers. Let me go ahead and address this real fast up there on top. It does say January. I messed up big when I was doing some stuff earlier, so it says January right now. I don't mean it to be January. It's not meant to say January. It's meant to say something else. But we're going to do all the harvesting in January, so just don't pay that no attention right now.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
All right, so the first things we're going to go ahead and knock out, and this is what we're going to start with today. We've done a lot of work over the last few days. I got one of the younger boys coming in 5-10 minutes to pick up the other harvester, but I'm actually going to jump in this older one because it has the bigger header, and on top of that, I want to see how the new feeder house handles. I want to see how everything just overall works and make sure that she does what it needs to do. Oh yes, right there. Throwing it in there good. I mean, we're looking very good. We're not looking at the best yield, but I think it's still considerably better than what we could have gotten last year. So far, we're at like 8 bushels, not too bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple passes around, and hopefully we don't get any troubles. this is all we're harvesting today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so very much for loving and support y'all doing this series. For me and the entire team here, we appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace.